Hey again, and welcome back to a new video. So after realizing Ash is one of the least played champions on my channel, um, I also realized that there are still some champs or some tanks at least I haven't played at all. Not exactly because I don't like them, just because I haven't gotten, I don't know, yeah, matches with them, just because I didn't feel like they would fit in our team comp, or just, I don't know, I didn't want to play them at that time. Because they're too I don't know. I mean there are some things I don't enjoy at all. Like ROM is pretty frustrating for me sometimes, just because if you play into too many counters then it's really rough. But yeah, here we go. Term gameplay. And one advice for Term maybe is that I personally feel like um Term is maybe the only tank. Maybe there's another one. I have to think more about it. But I'd say Term is definitely one tank where you don't want to get Cauterize as first item, just because it's not really worth it. Because you only have a short range weapon attack, you only apply Caught with your axe. So even though you have your charges you can fire, you don't apply Cauterize with them. So there wouldn't be a value in getting caught, just because you see I haven't hit a single X in the whole game currently. So it just wouldn't have been worth it to get cauterized, because even though I deal damage, I hit them, I don't apply cauterize. So if you understand what I mean, then I think it makes sense. So maybe on closer maps where you actually play more against the other tank, then you could decide to maybe get it. So if I would maybe play more against the Term, if I don't know, Jaguar Falls is every time a good map to explain things like that, because it's a really close point fight. So that's why I think maybe there it could be worth it if you feel like the tank is getting way too much heal and your team doesn't apply enough cord, maybe then. But I personally feel like you want to get nimble, just because you only have a short range weapon. So you want to either be just faster because you want to walk around faster, slow yourself down while using your siphon, and just make it easier to reach the enemy, because you only have a short range weapon attack. So that's why you want to make it easier for yourself to get or to deal damage, get closer to the enemy. Oh no, 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 no. Oh, that was actually pretty lucky, I guess. I once killed the Joggers in his ult on Term, where I had all my 4 charges, because then you deal a lot of damage. But now I was like, yeah, okay, I'm definitely dead. And then someone shot him as well, so I only needed to hit him with one swing of my axe, cause the axe still deals like 650 or something. So it's still a lot of damage. The axe deals. Yeah, and this, I feel like this team is pretty good for me to feed up my siphon, because I can time my siphon pretty well against Jogger's slow rockets. So they have a long travel time, his rockets, so it's pretty easy for me to tell when the rockets are coming in or whatever. And yeah, this is also great. You can just siphon Jogger's fire spit, even if he shoots in it, just turn around with your siphon and try to siphon it. And your siphon is, I mean, it's hard for you to see maybe how huge the range of your siphon is, but see my drug, my grog doesn't get any damage at all, just because my siphon was in front of him. So not only use the siphon for yourself, always try to use the siphon also for your team. So you could maybe siphon your healer if your healer gets pushed. Like I mean, Grog's playing damage, but he's still a support. He got bursted so quick. Oh, feels bad for him. But yes, that's also a thing. You can siphon another term ult. Just need to find the right angle. But yeah, just try to also siphon your team. That was actually bad that I used my siphon, my charges. I should have saved them, because you can save them. Yeah, when you have them at the end of the round, so to say. So you would take him in the next round, but it doesn't matter. So I finished up full nimble. That's why I got rejuvenate, cause I don't know, just great to have more heals, and you also can increase your heal on turn. I mean, I'm not using it on a high level, just on level 1, but still 5% extra heal I receive at base due to my loadout. Yeah, I think, I'm not sure if I should, I guess I have to ult. Yeah, one thing I actually hate about Term is, or after his ult, actually pretty good Grog ult, to be honest. The Grog ult was not only, let me explain why I feel like the Grog ult was so great, because some people maybe just wait for the last second to get out of Term's range of his ult, but the Grog ulted, so they are slowed, so the timing they probably have is not working because they are slowed down. So not only for healing me and also dealing extra damage, but for slowing them down to make it harder for them to get out of my ult. So one thing I hate about Term ult is that you're actually caught in the open for like 1 to 2 seconds where you can't use any abilities. So that's why Term players get often bursted after using their ult, and the ult is not really worth it because you're just stuck in the open. You can't use your abilities for 1 to 2 seconds. This is pretty bad in my opinion. It feels pretty awful. They either could, in my opinion, they could leave it how it is, but then they need to add some damage reduction after his ult for the amount of seconds you can't use your abilities. Just to make it easier to stay alive after it. Or they could just give him his abilities back after he spawned immediately. I don't know. But maybe the damage reduction is a little bit better, because you often get counter ulted in your ult by, I don't know, Dredge, Genos, whatever. But maybe it, I don't know, maybe it would be too strong if you would always have damage reduction. I don't know. This is just a thing I don't like about Term's ult. I'll probably dead here. Oh, Grog took the ult from me. I don't know if I can get out. Oh, there's the turn. Yeah, no, I'm probably dead because of the combustible. I got knocked back. It's unfortunate. Yeah, nothing we could do about it. We just got ulted by them. Oh, yeah, I just realized Izin was behind me. Yeah, I don't want to ult here. It's not really worth it. We don't need my ult here.
15 seconds remaining. Enemy killing spree.
And I kind of want to get blasted because they have joggers dealing blast damage, and they also have Terminus. So Term also is blast, like not his charges but his X. So when we're on the point, I just want to increase the time. And now see, now I want to save my charges, so I could just use them at the beginning to deal damage. Oh, and just another thing which came into my mind. I know I still haven't done the flank gameplay, but I'm so bad at insta-locking. I don't know, I'm tapped out of the game because I do other things while being in queue or whatever. So I don't know, I'm always tapped out of the game. So then when I tap in, the most enemies, not enemies, allies, most allies already picked. Oh, we're in a bad spot here. I already picked the champion, and then I don't want to insta-lock another flank when we need a tank or whatever. So that's why I always get tank, cause usually people insta-lock DPS and flank. And I don't know. I mean, I got some... maybe I can siphon, I don't know. See, this is what I was talking about in the beginning. Just use the siphon for your teammates. I've got some flank gameplays like on Zin and Lex, but they were like for ones or for O's, so I don't know. They are so great to watch. If you still want to see them, like especially the guy who requested flank gameplays, I could upload them anyway to just, I don't know, give at least something until I get a really good, not really good game, but a good game to show for educational things. I just could upload, maybe I could upload them together, like the Lex game and the Zing game. Both are, I don't know, for O's or for ones or whatever. Yeah, I don't know, we kinda want to wait until they push here. Oh, I understand it actually. The siphon. Yeah, kind of in a bad spot.
Enemy double kill.
And my Fury got the bug that she couldn't dismount or whatever. She was stuck on her mount, so she couldn't heal or attack until she gets damaged. I think this is also here good spot, like every spot where you're, I don't know, kind of close, or which is like a tunnel or something like that. Just my other advice for them is, if you want to siphon ult or like especially term ult, just wait for the last second. But obviously make sure you don't get silenced. But wait for the last second, but because sometimes your siphon is running out faster than you would expect because you didn't have the full siphon charge up or whatever, so just wait for the end and make sure to really have it up, or you just, I don't know, run out of siphon, the second term explodes or whatever, you just get the whole damage.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You know, see how much damage the charges actually do. So keep going on blast sheet and master riding. Master riding is pretty good. And this, I haven't talked about this. This is the best spot to start off fights, because they're probably every team is trying to spam in the. See how much damage. This is what I was talking about. How much damage my charges actually deal. Every team tries to start off in this little room, like on barn. It's called barn. To start off with damage, run in there, so to say, and siphon for your team, so your team doesn't get any damage. And now we just go in, we just run in the enemy team. We have Grog ult, so extra movement speed. He slows them down, speeds us. Just we have a good amount of cap time, so we just want to zone here. And we could run in so far because the rest of the enemy team was dead. We had the Grog ult, so we were really fast. And now we're just waiting for them early to slow them down. And even if I die here, it doesn't matter. See, they couldn't touch because we pushed up so far. But we only could do it because we had such a good cap time already, and we had the Grog ult and stuff like that. So pretty good game. I hope you've enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Always remember, don't forget, you guys are awesome.